Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for joining us. Topping our news today at noon, the first murder case on Longboat Key in 17 years leaves 2 hotel workers dead. Their bodies were found overnight inside the Zota Beach Resort, which is the former Hilton Hotel along Gulf of Mexico Drive. Police say the killer is still on the loose. ABC 7's Jess Dowdrick joins us live from the resort with the latest today. Jess?
Good evening, Scott. A tragic morning here on Longboat Key. Police have just released the names of the victims in this tragedy. They are 59-year-old Timothy Hurley of Sarasota. Hurley is the night manager here at the resort. The other victim is the security guard, 51-year-old Kevin Carter. Carter works for Victory Security Company. Police also releasing surveillance video from inside of the resort earlier this morning. Take a look at this. This is the man police are looking for. This was captured inside of the resort. He's wearing a mask and appears to be talking to someone, police say. Police do not yet have the name of the suspect. Now, these homicides happened around 2:45 this morning. The bodies were found shortly after by a guest who notified police. It's unclear whether police are looking for a suspect or multiple suspects. Again, only one suspect on camera, but others may be involved. But whoever is responsible is armed and dangerous. Police say they are analyzing surveillance video from the inside and the outside of the resort. Also, they're looking at license plate detection systems that capture all of the vehicles who come in or off the island. Police say they do have some credible leads, but are not releasing any of that information at this point. Now, as far as the guests are concerned, they're being told to stay inside of their rooms. Those who are outside of the resort need to get into their room and need to be get into their rooms are being escorted by police.
Everything's marked off. You can't get through any area. It's all marked off. I mean, even to go to your room, you have to have an escort. You have to have somebody stay with you.
This hotel did just open on June 23rd, so just a couple of weeks ago. Now, more new information coming to you. Authorities are offering an $18,000 reward for any information on the suspect or suspects that may lead to their arrest. If you have any information, you're asked to call Longboat Key Police or the Manatee County Sheriff's Office. Reporting live on Longboat Key, Jess Dowdrick, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, Jess, thank you so much. We'll get back to Jess at the bottom of the hour for any new developments in that double murder on Longboat Key. Also new this afternoon, Sarasota County Sheriff's Office is investigating the death of an inmate. Deputies finding 33-year-old Brandon Husky unresponsive in his cell just after midnight at the Sarasota County Jail. Attempts to revive him were not successful. Deputies say the cause of death appears to be natural, but the medical examiner's office will investigate. Husky was arrested last night on violating park hours. A fatal crash shuts down traffic in Venice. It happened just before 9:30 this morning along US 41 on the island of Venice. Venice fire officials say a pickup truck collided with a motorcycle. The truck then caught on fire and the motorcycle rider was trapped underneath it. Firefighters put out the fire quickly, but the man in his mid-40s did not survive. The driver of the pickup was not hurt. Crash shut down the section of 41 between Indian Avenue and Palmero Place. Venice police are investigating the crash. Happening tonight, the Manatee County Sheriff's Office will be receiving teddy bears to put in their patrol cars. The Tiny Hands Foundation hosting its annual Teddy Bear Brigade. About 1,000 teddy bears will be given to deputies that they can hand out to comfort children in distress. The presentation starts at 6 o'clock tonight at Lakewood Ranch during the Music on Main festivities, when we're hoping maybe the showers will avoid that area this evening for the music out there on Main Street and Lakewood Ranch, and maybe a good chance of that, huh, John?
It's a good bet.
Yeah, good.
It's a good bet. In fact, the weekend looks pretty dry for this time of year.
Right.
So, yeah, I think it'll be nice. And in fact, a little bit lower relative humidity as well. Feels pretty comfortable out there, I think, compared to, some of the dew point values we've had in the last couple of days.
It's been
steamy,
humid and hot. Yeah, better word. Yeah,
yeah,
steamy.
It really has. It has. We're looking at some pleasant weather out there right now. Our KC Key webcam put into motion shows a lot of blue sky as the sun rose on Sarasota. The conditions across the region. Pretty nice. We had some high clouds out there. Still do have a little bit of high clouds, but nothing that means any rain showers are on the way anytime soon. We have a lot of rain still to the north of us, and I'll tell you what, it has been day after day of kind of persistent rainfall. But even a little drier air has slipped in north of us as well, and the number of showers and the intensity of showers has decreased a little bit. Certainly in our area, the drier air is in place at mid and upper levels. Even at the surface, the dew points have fallen a bit, and we are looking for a very pleasant afternoon. Daytime highs, though, will be warm, but we should be, for the most part, rain-free today. Weekend forecast in a second, Scott.
All right, John, thank you. Business commentator Jeff Stern joins us now with a check on Wall Street so far today. Jeff, it's been a pretty strong week for the markets. Can the Dow then make it 9 days in a row with an up arrow?
Scott, we're doing everything we can. So far this week, the Dow is up about 0.9%. NASDAQ's actually negative around 0.5%, while the S&P's flat. Some great earnings, as we know. Boeing had great earnings, Apple, JP Morgan, Visa, a lot of good stuff out there, that's for sure. A lot of the analysts are going upwards with their year-end numbers for the different indexes, as well as the oil went over $50 this week. As we know, Dow 22,000 it hit, and then the 10-year Treasuries sticking right around 2.25%. So we're going to try for another 9th day in a row, Scott. I woke up this morning, the futures were positive. Let's see how we're currently trading. The Dow Jones Industrial Average, 22,042, up positive 16 points, 0.07%. NASDAQ, 6,358, up 17 points, 0.25%, while the S&P positive as well, 2,475, up 3.5 points, just over 0.1%.
President Trump has been in office now for a little more than 6 months. How many new jobs have been reported in that time, Jeff?
Scott, that's the number that came in for the July numbers. Over 1 million so far. In July, 209,000. Very impressive. Much better than they were expecting at 183. Unemployment fell a little bit, 4.3%. Wages continue to grow, although slowly, 2.5%. We'd like to see that number right around 3.5%. Bars and restaurants were the biggest, with 53,000 in the month of July, while professionals, business, services, 49,000. Stock markets are at record highs, we know that, with corporate earnings really running that. Currency markets are unfortunately down, with the dollar a little bit weaker, which many blame all the drama in D.C. The weaker dollar has helped the stock markets, has helped American companies make more money overseas, so that's positive. It's not all bad. And Europe is picking up, so that definitely keeps the dollar down. Overall, we want to keep our eyes wide open, Scott. At the same time, we don't see any real reason to panic. Things seem to be looking good with the U.S. economy.
All right. Jeff, thanks so much.
Have a great weekend, Scott.
You too. Happening today, an iconic live music venue is reopening under new ownership. The 5 O'Clock Club on Hillview Street will open its doors once again. Steve and Mike Evanoff, the father and son team behind the local Evie's restaurants, purchased the club last month. They closed it down temporarily for renovations, such as a new patio and upgraded bar snacks. The club first opened in 1955 as a blues bar, but soon included reggae, rock and roll, and every kind of music in between. Time now to check in with ABC 7 Culinary Director Judy Gallagher, who joined us today from Cleveland Kitchen in Lakewood Ranch. Hi, Judy.
Well, hi there, Scott. I have to tell you, I'm a New Englander. I haven't made it to Cleveland yet. Bucket list for sure for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but also for the food. I am so excited that the owners came here to Florida on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard and opened up this great little gem. I'm learning a lot about different venues and certainly the culture and the food. There's a reflection of my own childhood, which we'll get to in a few minutes when we talk about cucumbers and sour cream and chicken paprikash, but the whole vibe is really fun, and you're in Cleveland when you're here. So stay with me throughout the hour as we come with the taste and the music of Cleveland, Ohio, right here on Lakewood Ranch. We're at the Cleveland Kitchen.
The ABC 7 Stock Report is brought to you by Sunset Cadillac.
From a baby's first steps to walking your daughter down the aisle, so many of life's precious moments are spent on our feet, and every step you take contributes to a healthier heart. By walking briskly for just 30 minutes a day, you can lower your risk for heart disease and stroke. So join us and take the first step to a healthier, longer life. The American Heart Association. Life. Life is why.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
So you've decided to go to college. That's cool. So pop quiz. Which is a better way to earn your degree? Commute to college and fill your gas tank, get stuck in traffic, drive in bad weather, try to find a parking space, walk a half mile to class, or learn online at Independence University. You don't go to college. College goes to you. That's independence. That's Independence University. And all your supplies, including a brand new laptop and tablet, are included with tuition. Independence U for an independent you.
Call 1-800-671-4817.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
So temperatures are already starting to climb in response to a little bit of heating. The high, thin clouds that we have out there, really not enough to block the sun sufficiently to keep our temperatures down. So it's going to be a hot one today, 89-degree air temperature. Dew points have creeped up just a little bit in the last couple of hours. We had a 71-degree dew point this morning because winds now out of the south-southwest. That little westerly component, as the sea breeze begins to build in response to the heating, has spiked our dew points just a little bit. I think we'll also get an environmental southeast wind today, so that the sea breeze will be kept kind of close to the coastline, but the air aloft is pretty dry, so don't expect a lot of rain showers around. 88 in Mayaca, Arcadia at 89, Northport at 89, 90 now in Punta Gorda, Parrish at 89, 88 in Bradenton, 89 Lakewood Ranch. Closer to the coast, 86 Longboat Key, 89 Venice, and 88 in Inglewood. There's our dry air, indicated by the tan contour. In fact, it's very widespread across the near Atlantic, the Caribbean, and even over into some of the Gulf waters as well. Certainly over our area, it's made its effect seen, and we don't have a whole lot in the way of a rainfall potential today. We do have some of the high cloudiness still around. The very high levels of the atmosphere, still enough moisture to support those high, thin clouds. And we get blow off from some of these thunderstorms that are occurring up to the north of us. There are still plenty of places that are getting sloppy rain showers today. I mean, just one after another. But the number of showers that we're seeing are from about Pensacola, southward toward the Big Bend region, eastward toward the Big Bend region, are less today than they were 24 hours ago because of that somewhat drier air. And also back to the west, a lot of the rain showers being pushed a little bit further out into Gulf waters today as that dry air sinks down from the north as well. So we have those areas of rain showers kind of sandwiched between two packets of dry air, one of them sitting over us. And that's going to kind of limit the number of showers that we get today, and really, I think, through a lot of the weekend as well. You look at the satellite view, high-resolution satellite view, and you see a little bit of the high cloudiness around, but as I said, nothing that's going to produce any rainfall here. This is the amount of moisture that's available in the atmosphere to produce rain in the whole column of the atmosphere. It's called precipitable water. And here, redder is wetter. So where you see the high, hot colors, that's where the moisture is most prevalent for rain showers. And over the state of Florida, the tip of the state is kind of dry. Put it into motion over the next several days, and the computer model shows that the dry air kind of stays with us. A pretty sharp delineation between where the dry air is and where the moist air is. So I think as we head into the next several days, what we'll notice is a lower than average rainfall chance for Tampa Bay southward, and that includes us, of course. A high pressure building in over the next couple of days, though, will bring us a southeasterly wind, and that will serve to kind of change the direction of motion of the showers that we do get. The few that we do get will build inland over the weekend and drift back to the coast. Exactly the opposite direction that most of the showers have gone over the course of the last few days. So, daytime highs warm because of lack of rainfall. Rain shower chances small, and the direction of motion of the showers different. That carries us really into next work week, Scott.
Okay, John, thank you. In health news, August is National Immunization Awareness Month, and also the perfect time to make sure your kids are up to date on vaccines before they head back to school. Vaccinations keep away devastating diseases such as polio, mumps, or measles. Some parents think vaccinations are not important, but doctors say it is not wise to delay them. Flu vaccines are also important. They not only help protect your child from the flu virus, but also conditions such as congenital heart disease, immune problems, or chronic disease.
You put your kid in a car seat every single day. You buckle that seatbelt every time you get in a car. I think vaccines is just as important as putting on your seatbelt.
Vaccines are not just for younger children. Teenagers need tetanus boosters and meningitis vaccines, as well as the HPV vaccine, which is recommended as well. There's a new smartphone app on the market that's being used by some women as an alternative to birth control pills. The app is called Natural Cycle. It was created by a Florida woman from Naples. The app works by tracking a woman's daily temperature and menstruation cycle to determine fertility. Based on the data, it will tell you what days you should use and not use protection.
If a woman has regular monthly cycles, it is very predictive of when you can and cannot get pregnant.
Natural Cycle studied 4,000 women using their app and found it had 93% effective rate. The app is FDA approved and is considered the world's first approved birth control app. When we come back, we'll introduce our pet of the week, and the mysterious mermaid house found floating in the Gulf of Mexico will likely continue its journey to nowhere. We'll have that story coming up.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee counties since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
No theater lover's bucket list is complete without the classic black comedy Arsenic and Old Lace. Two adorable old ladies who just happen to poison their tenants and bury them in their basement. Fun and farcical, this hilarious play is heating up the summer at the Players Center from August 9th through the 20th. Call 365-2494 or visit us at theplayers.org. You'll die laughing when you see Arsenic and Old Lace.
We asked you, Suncoast, why do you like ABC7?
I like ABC7 because it's local.
It gives me all the local news, local weather.
It's so local and so community driven.
Haley Wilgus does a great job.
John Scalzi, that's my guy.
Bob Harrigan is wonderful.
Stephanie's my favorite. I like Scott Dennis.
I like them all.
We're all very grateful that you cover what you do and you're here to participate with the community.
ABC7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Every week on Animal Outtakes, it's a new adventure.
From meeting curious lemurs to feeding big cats and hosing down rhinos, there's never a dull moment. And sometimes these amazing animals chime in. Tune in to Animal Outtakes to find out what they have to say.
Watch Animal Outtakes every week on ABC7.
ABC7, My Suncoast News. We're here for you. Watch My Suncoast News wherever you are. On our live stream, on our newly redesigned MySuncoast.com, and a brand new ABC7 My Suncoast app, powered by the Eye Associates, providing sight for life, featuring traffic maps and live radar, and dining with recipes in all the hottest Suncoast restaurants. Visit mysuncoast.com and click on the mobile tab to download the ABC7 My Suncoast app for iOS and Android.
Summer break is just about over. It's time to go back to school. And Suncoast View is helping you get your kids ready.
From school supplies and products to the latest fashion, we're bringing in the experts to help your kids get back in the books with style.
Join us for Back to School Week, all this week at 4 on Suncoast View.
The official Suncoast Storm team at ABC7. We're here for you.
Time now to meet our pet of the week. John is with the founder of Dante's Den and host of Animal Outtakes, Marsha Panucci, to tell us more about Bam Bam.
Bam Bam the cat.
Yeah, that's right.
I tried to put this blanket on so you can see her, but it looks like she's starting blending a little bit.
Well,
you know,
but
maybe,
she's a
maybe
true
the black
tabby.
would have been better. Anyway.
She is a true tabby.
She's a sweetheart. That's what she is.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
2 years old. And just full of life, but you can see very content to be in your lap.
Very much so.
Yeah, loves to ride in cars, and just really kind of loves life. I like when cats are just cuddly. You know, we always hear, well, they're aloof, they go their own way, so on and so forth. Now, she was watching you in the green room. She was.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What'd she think?
She was winking. She was winking.
Oh, well, there you go. Oh, so
yes.
Bam Bam's a bit of a flirt.
Yeah,
is she?
perhaps. But I love the beautiful eyes. I like the calmness of the animal. We know that she gets along with other cats. We don't know about dogs yet. She hasn't been tested for that.
She seems pretty laid back, though.
I think that she would be just fine. She doesn't seem to have any aggressiveness that we have seen. And just a great partner for you.
What a sweetie.
Yeah.
I hear a little motor running.
Yeah. you kind of found that sweet spot
I
right
guess right there.
Yeah.
That's the place. Oh, yeah,
that's
good.
it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Bam Bam. Oh, sweet. What
Oh,
a
look at
great
that.
cat.
Look at that. And
How old did you think she is, did you say?
We think about 2 years old.
Oh, plenty,
you know,
plenty of life left in this girl.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And, you know, God has blessed them with a wonderful life and a long life when they're healthy. And, you know, you can easily get them to 15, 17 years.
And at 2, she's still got a little bit of the kitty energy that makes them so much fun.
Oh,
you know?
yeah, absolutely.
Chasing balls and,
absolutely.
and toys
I just love the coloring. Just take a look
gorgeous.
at this beautiful coloring on her. And, of course, Cat Depot does such a wonderful job in taking care of these cats. I'm told that she's the, actually, Bam Bam is a boy.
Oh.
I'm happening to think of that because he is the king of the pod,
well,
the pod that he is in. So switch it, he's a boy.
There you go. All right, well, my bad.
Yeah, but he is absolutely wonderful, and Cat Depot has Bam Bam and, of course, so many other cats that you could choose from, and the way, the procedure to get to them is just call, fill out an application, and certainly come and see Bam Bam and see if Bam Bam likes you. You can call 941-366-2404, and if it isn't Bam Bam, it could be one of maybe 200 more.
Yeah, they got a great facility there. Yeah.
Yes, they do.
Go check them out. Bam Bam needs a home. Thanks so much, Marsha. Have a great weekend.
To see you. You too.
Scott?
John, Marsha, thank you both. Also, you can help Manatee County get ready for its largest one-day adoption and pet expo happening right now. Volunteers are at the Bradenton Area Convention Center in Palmetto, getting all the preparations for the annual Adopt-A-Palooza. More than 100 puppies, dogs, cats, and kittens from Manatee County Animal Services and other local agencies will be featured up for adoption. Spay and neuter, chipping, vet services will also be available. The Adopt-A-Palooza takes place tomorrow from 11 a.m. until 4 p.m. But if you want to help out today in the setup, you can do that as well. And admission is free. In sports, make it 3 wins in a row for the Tampa Bay Rays. The Rays beating the American League's best team, the Houston Astros, again last night. Steven Souza Jr. homering and driving in 3 runs. Corey Dickerson adding 3 hits to preserve the lead. Final score, Rays win it 5-3 over the Astros. Rays are back home tonight to host the Milwaukee Brewers. And we'll be right back with more. Stay with us.
Hi,
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get Debt-Free Now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-628-1251. 800-628-1251.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to save a life? Find out by donating platelets at Suncoast Blood Bank.
I'm Haley Wilgus, ABC7. Platelets aid in the clotting process and are vital in the treatment of cancer and surgical patients, trauma victims, and critically ill newborns. It's tough to keep enough on the shelves because they only last 5 days. To donate, call this number or visit scbb.org and you can help save a life.
ABC7 congratulates Suncoast Blood Bank on 65 years of serving our community. On the next Black Almanac.
There is an ever-expanding intersection of education policy and rule of law, and the conflicts that sometimes result. As a new school year begins, it's important to understand and appreciate the respective rights and obligations of students, parents, schools, and the criminal justice system.
Sunday morning at 7:30 on ABC7.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining. Live from our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is ABC7 News at noon. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Welcome back. Topping our news this half hour, we're continuing to follow an active scene playing out on Longboat Key, where police are investigating an overnight double murder. It happened at the Zota Beach Resort along Gulf of Mexico Drive. ABC7's Jess Dowdrick joins us live again from the scene with more details. Jess?
Good afternoon, Scott. Again, it's been such a tragic morning so far here on Longboat Key. Police have identified the two victims of this deadly robbery. One is 59-year-old Timothy Hurley of Sarasota. Hurley is the overnight manager here at the resort. The other victim is 51-year-old Kevin Carter. Carter is a security guard here. He works for Victory Security Company. Police have also released some surveillance video from inside the resort just before this deadly robbery happened. Take a look at this. This is the man police are looking for. This was captured inside of the resort this morning. He's wearing a mask and appears to be talking to someone, according to police. Police do not have the name of the suspect at this point. Now, these homicides happened around 2:45 this morning. The bodies were found shortly after by a guest who notified police. It's unclear whether police are looking for a suspect or multiple suspects. Again, only one suspect on camera, but others may be involved. Whoever is responsible is armed and dangerous. Police say they are analyzing surveillance video from both inside, which you saw, and outside of the resort. Also, they're using the license plate detection system that captures all vehicles' license plate numbers that are coming onto or leaving the island. Police say they do have some credible leads, but are not releasing any details of those at this point. Now, as far as the guests are concerned, they're being told to stay inside of their rooms. Those who are outside of the resort need to get into their rooms are being escorted by police.
It's unreal. It's unheard of for this island. You know, you never hear about something like that.
This resort did just open on June 23rd. Now, there is some reward money up for grabs here for anyone who has any information. $18,000 will be awarded to anyone who can give police any information that leads to an arrest or multiple arrests. Reporting live on Longboat Key, Jess Dowdrick, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Jess, thank you again. The first murder on Longboat Key in 17 years. A follow-up on a Manatee County murder. The Manatee County Sheriff's Office still trying to figure out what led to the shooting death of a man in a parking lot. It happened around 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon along US 41 right near the airport. The body of 32-year-old Melchizedek Betancourt was found dead inside a car. The vehicle was parked behind a limo business. 36-year-old Carrie Lee Sanderson was arrested a short time after the shooting outside of a restaurant.
Person who shot the person, they knew one another. We assume they did, and we're being told they did. And there was some sort of a disagreement.
I don't know the people. They don't know me. They don't work for me. They don't work with me. It's completely random. And they caught the guy, so that's good.
Sanderson is charged with murder. He remains behind bars in the Manatee County Jail. An overnight fire engulfs one of the world's tallest residential towers, the Torch Tower in Dubai, catching fire a little after 1 a.m. this morning. More than 40 floors of the 86-story tower were burning on one side of the building. It took about 2.5 hours to get that fire under control. The building was evacuated. No one was hurt. The tower is more than 1,100 feet tall. This is the second time it has caught fire. First was back in 2015. An update on severe storms stretching from the Midwest to the Northeast. Flash flooding affecting parts of Southern California, washing out roads and trapping vehicles. A train carrying about 200 people was stopped due to water eroding a section of track in Palm Springs. And thunderstorms are being blamed for flooding and power outages, road closures in Coachella Valley. Heavy rain also shutting down a giant music festival in Chicago last night. The Lollapalooza Music Festival ended about an hour early. More than 400,000 people were there. Also in Chicago, rain delayed the Cubs-Diamondbacks game. To pass the time, each team tried to outdo the other with dance-offs and hilarious costumes and impression. It kept the fans entertained. A follow-up this afternoon on a drifting mermaid shack in the Gulf of Mexico. The Coast Guard says it's still drifting and no one seems to want to rescue it. The floating dock is now considered a derelict vessel. It apparently bobbed about 200 miles from Key West to just to the south of Louisiana during Tropical Storm Emily. No one was aboard. The Coast Guard says authorities are no longer trying to find the owner, and they're not planning to tow it to shore. So it will just stay out there for now.
It's a weird structure.
It sure is, yeah. Sort of fits with Key West, I think.
I guess. Was somebody living in that little thing? I don't know if it's hard to say,
what
right?
that was used for. Yeah.
Oh, well, I hope they have a place to sleep tonight. Then.
Yeah.
True. We have some pleasant weather out there right now. I think it's great. You got some good weekend plans, including some outdoor activities?
Yard work?
There you go. I got some of that in my plans too.
Long
yes,
list,
sir. It looks like the weather should cooperate pretty nicely. Just beat a few of the rain showers that were around yesterday when I mowed the lawn, so it can be done. We're looking at some pleasant weather outside. There we go. Van Wezel webcam showing just some high clouds from time to time. The high clouds actually not producing any rainfall, not likely to either. Little chance of any kind of rain across our area. Big Bend, Panhandle, all seeing again today some fairly heavy rainfall, but it's dry as a bone thus far across the Sun Coast and likely to stay so. The clouds that you see out in the Gulf are just high, thin clouds of little consequence. Our rain chance today so negligible I didn't put it in the forecast, but in inland areas there might be about a 20% chance of a shower today. Not along the coast though. Complete forecast coming up in just a few. Scott?
All right, John, thank you. In Washington, fallout after leaked private conversations between President Trump And two key heads of state. Today, the Department of Justice announcing new measures to crack down on leaks altogether. ABC's Ariel Reshef has more.
In recent months, the Trump White House plagued by leaks.
We're going to find the leakers. They're going to pay a big price for leaking.
I have this warning for would-be leakers. Don't do it.
Today, the Department of Justice sending a message to would-be leakers.
This nation must end this culture of leaks. We will not allow rogue anonymous sources with security clearances to sell out our country.
All this coming after President Trump blasted Attorney General Jeff Sessions on Twitter for failing to rein in disclosures of classified information.
And I can assure you that I will do everything in my power as the Director of National Intelligence to hold these individuals accountable.
And the rush to plug the holes intensifying after the Washington Post published transcripts of private and contentious conversations between President Trump and foreign leaders. The first with Mexican President Enrique Peña Nieto about this signature campaign promise.
Who's going to pay for the wall? Who's going to pay for the wall?
But on the phone, Peña Nieto telling President Trump asking Mexico to foot the bill is completely unacceptable. Trump explains, I have to have Mexico pay for the wall. I have to. I have been talking about it for a 2-year period. The president's tense exchange with Australian Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull also on full display. Trump telling Turnbull this is the most unpleasant call all day. And it's not just the White House condemning these leaks. Even a senior Obama administration official calling the release of those phone calls absurd. Ariel Reshef, ABC News, New York.
Also in Washington, special counsel Robert Mueller is using a grand jury now to look into allegations of possible collusion between the Trump campaign and Russia. This new development suggests the Russia probe is headed into a new, more serious phase. Mueller hiring an expert on fraud and foreign bribery cases to his team. And Reuters is reporting that the panel has issued subpoenas in connection with the Trump Tower meeting where Donald Trump Jr. was promised dirt on Hillary Clinton from a Russian lawyer with reported Kremlin ties.
The ability to get witnesses to come in and testify under oath. It's the ability to get documents. It's the ability to get financial records.
Lawmakers are also taking notice of President Trump's stance on the investigation. Senators have introduced 2 bipartisan bills that would require judicial review if the president attempts to fire special counsel Mueller. In consumer news, 2 Japanese automakers are getting together to bring more business to the U.S. Toyota and Mazda agreeing to build a $1.6 billion facility. Mazda will be creating crossover vehicles there, and Toyota will build Corollas at the plant. The new plant is expected to create about 4,000 jobs. There's no word yet on where it will be built, but it should be up and running by the year 2021. Let's get back now to Lakewood Ranch and check in with ABC 7 Culinary Director Judy Gallagher, who's having lunch today at Cleveland Kitchen. Hi, Judy.
Hi, and I'm here with Steve and Cindy Novak. Let's start with you, Cindy. Tell us, like, the inspiration. Obviously, it's Cleveland, and that's where you're from, but your family goes deep in the restaurant business as well.
We really do. I mean, we moved down here 3 years ago and just loved the sunny Gulf Coast and loved everything about it. Loved the seafood. But when we got down here, we missed a lot of our family recipes, which we used to eat all the time up in Cleveland. So we thought, what a great thing. Why don't we bring some of the taste of Cleveland down here to Lakewood Ranch.
And it's clearly, it's working, because you just have to experience the whole thing. It's the food, it's the whole package of the music. Steve, let's go over to you. Steve behind the jumbo pretzel. And let's start with this burger, because there's a little history with the burger and the sign hanging on the wall.
The Beard and Burger, it's a landmark restaurant, which is in west side of Cleveland. The Beard and Burger, we use their burger patties, and we do have their sign, which was one of their older signs when they did a remodel. It was in their basement, and then they shipped it to us, which is a really great thing.
It's so cool. People are going to love it. Now, I grew up, because we have the Hungarian ancestry, all of us. I ate, when I was a 3- and 4-year-old child, cucumbers and sour cream, and still do.
It's nicely thinly sliced cucumbers with onions, and then just mixed with sour cream, and a little bit of vinegar in there too.
I
and
love
right
it.
next to it Yeah, we do. We have our prime time sandwich, which is house roasted prime rib, and it's shaved very thin, topped with sauteed onions, and then a provolone and mozzarella cheese mixture on toasted bread with horsey sauce and au jus to go along with it.
Scott Dennis is going to love that one. The combination plate reminds me of my Nana.
The taste of Cleveland. It gives you a little taste of everything. We have the chicken paprikash, which is my mother's recipe, which is an oven roasted chicken, and the sour cream gravy. We make our own stock in-house, and then it's mixed with sour cream. The stuffed cabbage is Cindy's mom's recipe. They're hand-rolled in-house. It's a nice beef pork mixture with our secret tomato sauce that goes on top with a little piece of kielbasa with it. And then the rice sausage is my mom's recipe, and we actually go to Geyer's Sausage Kitchen in Sarasota. They actually make it for us, so it's kind of nice that it's my mom's recipe, but it's got a little local flavor as far as they make it here.
And we love Geyer's. Let's go over to the portobello wrap, because not everybody eats meat.
Yeah, we have a little vegetarian dish, a sandwiches dish, which is sauteed portobello mushrooms with red peppers, roasted red peppers. It has a little pesto mayonnaise on it with lettuce and also we use the provolone and mozzarella mix also with that. And it's served with our in-house made Asian CK slaw with a peanut butter Asian dressing with it.
Ooh, give me a gallon of that. Now, you know, we have to have pierogies. We just have to have pierogies and kielbasa because we're thinking of Cleveland and we're thinking of rock and roll, so go for it.
The kielbasa we get from Millersburg, Ohio, which is an Amish country. We get that shipped down to us, so what we don't make in-house, we actually have shipped to us or imported to us down here in Florida. And the pierogies we get from the Pennsylvania Dutch area of Pennsylvania. They are nicely sauteed and topped with sauteed onions.
And some potato pancakes, sausage, and more, because we're coming back for dessert. Stay with me. Cleveland is here at the Cleveland Kitchen on Lakewood Ranch, and you're just gonna love it.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
During the past 10 years, Tidewell Hospice volunteers have provided more than 1 million hours of service. They sit with patients, giving caregivers a break. They work in offices. They take their furry friends on pet therapy visits. They even clown around. Every task performed by a volunteer makes a difference in the lives of our patients and their families. Join Tidewell's volunteer team. They're truly 1 in a million. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential. There's no cost and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Pretty close to the 90 mark already at 89 degrees. Dew point is at 76 thanks to a little westerly component to the now southwest wind at about 9. Generally speaking, we're going to develop a southeasterly wind over the next several days, but in the afternoons with the daytime heating, we're going to catch a sea breeze each afternoon, I think. We'll continue to watch this dry air indicated here by the tan colorizations continue to affect our weather for the next couple of days by lowering our rain chances. Today, not much of a rain chance at all. The moisture is located up to the north where there's a trough of low pressure, and it's really not coming south all that much. High pressure and this dry air will stay in our forecast for the next several days. This is a computer model that shows where the moisture is And the redder the colors, the wetter the air, and the more moisture is available to produce rain showers. Watch what happens to this dry air, especially the difference between the dry and the moist air. It really, over the weekend, stays kind of right over us. It doesn't really move all that much. So the drier air is going to really reduce our rain chances for probably the next 3 days or so until we get more of that moisture sinking a little bit further to the south and coming in from the Gulf waters. A lot of rain showers to the north. They kind of stay there. That same little trough of low pressure is still prevalent. We get a little bit of high cloudiness from times, but not enough to shut down the heating of the day, and certainly not the sea breeze. Weather highlights continue to show the chances of rainfall mostly in inland areas today as that high builds and the trough stays well to the north. Only a small chance of rain. In fact, so small today that I didn't even put it into the coastal forecast. Inland rain chance at about 20%. Over the weekend, everybody will get a slight chance of showers. High heat indexes, though, lots of heating drives our temperatures into the low 90s. And then with those dew point values high, it'll feel like between about 100 and 105 out there, so very warm indeed. Wind shift this weekend out of the south will tend to take the showers that form inland and kind of push them back to the coast, so we'll put in that 20% chance of rain for everyone. As far as our weather goes, well, there's nothing here in the Gulf waters or the near Caribbean or the near Atlantic that poses any problems. We do have two hot spots, though. One just off the coast of Africa and another entering into the Caribbean. Those two spots both have excellent chances of development. The one furthest away from us has about an 80% chance of development by the Hurricane Center over the next 5 days, and it's one that will bear watching. Now, a lot of what happens with this system by about next Tuesday or Wednesday will depend on which track it takes. If it takes a more northern track, chances are pretty good that the drier air will kill that system. But if it stays south, it could impact the Lesser Antilles as we head into next week, and it will certainly be a storm worth watching as it could develop into a hurricane. So stay abreast of what happens with this system as we head into the end of the weekend. The other system probably will not affect the United States at all. Driving toward the west, it'll either impact the Yucatan or parts of southern Mexico. But the Atlantic Basin is heating up. We're looking at 92 for our daytime high today. 20% chance of showers over the weekend, building inland, drifting to the coast, and then more seasonable chances as we get into next work week. Back to you.
John, thank you. Summer may be coming to an end, but there's still lots of fun to be had here on the Suncoast. ABC 7's Linda Carson explains in the Suncoast scene.
Roar! Take that! Oh! Ow, lady! Let these kids entertain you. Suncoast kids from 7 to 15 have spent the summer learning how to stage a musical at the Players Center. Now they're showing off what they've learned with Madagascar Jr.
Madagascar Jr. is just a fun musical romp. It is based off of the animated movie. It's the story of Alex the lion, Marty the zebra, and all of their friends, and they have a wonderful life in the New York City in the Central Park Zoo, and through a crazy series of events, find themselves in Madagascar.
You've got one chance only to see Madagascar Jr. here at the Players Center, August the 4th at 7 p.m. So relax, be cool, get on down here.
Relax, be cool, chill out.
And the Urbanite, Sarasota's exciting, thought-provoking black box theater, rolls out a brand new cutting-edge play this week. Pilgrims is set on a spaceship on the way to colonize a newly discovered planet. A soldier and a girl find themselves quarantined together in the same cabin.
It's really about two people trying to connect and trying to deal with whatever horrible things have happened to them in their lives. So I think it's really a hopeful story in the sense of like you can start over again, at least from the girl's perspective, like recreate a new life somewhere else, completely reinvent yourself and have more agency in the way you live your life.
Pilgrims opens at the Urbanite Theater August 3rd and it runs through September 10th. It's a play that you will think about and talk about for a long time to come. And give your wallet a break. Admission is free to Music on Main, Friday night from 6 to 9 in Lakewood Ranch. The Click Band will be live, playing great classical rock and roll music. fun for the whole family. And the 45th annual dance sport competition is at the Ritz right now. Thursday and Friday nights, see some of the latest steps in ballroom performed by some of the best dancers in the world.
We have at least 4 or 5 world champions here competing in each other in different categories.
And during the day, professional dancers team up with amateurs for the Pro-Am competition.
They get scholarships, they can earn money and scholarships and trophies, and it's prestigious.
And it all adds up to another entertaining weekend here on the Suncoast. For Suncoast Scene, Linda Carson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Linda, thank you. Coming up, 3 new action movies are in theaters this weekend, and author J.K. Rowling is conjuring up some serious cash this year. Details in entertainment news next.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate or shop at Goodwill,
I'm creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah, yeah.
Because my parents told me I have to be responsible.
Because my first coach told me, you can do this.
Because my boss showed me how to do a good job.
Because my teacher helped me see the choices.
I'm swimming faster than I ever dreamed.
I am a valuable employee.
I discovered that I could work as an artist.
I will be whatever I want to be.
Youth with disabilities should grow up expecting to work and succeed. For more information, visit whatcanyoudocampaign.org.
The official Suncoast Storm team at ABC 7. We're here for you.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Okay, I got my buddy Zach here, member of the family. Zach, tell us about your favorite homemade Cleveland dessert.
My favorite dessert is the Buckeye Pie, which has peanut butter and chocolate and a crunchy crust you can taste on.
You can taste on, I love it. Now look at this, baklava cheesecake. Yeah, that's 2 desserts in one. Homemade pineapple upside down cake. Definitely. You know, my Nana and my grandma's made pineapple upside down cake, and a little twist for Florida, orange cake instead of key lime. You know, they also have that beer cheese bread. They have so much more. They have a Reuben dip. You're going to find it all that you really love about Cleveland, even if you haven't been like me. Beer and wine license, but more importantly, great homemade food. Now, you were just saying that you're looking at a cookbook at home. What kind of cookbook is it?
My mom and dad's cookbook, which has all their Cleveland recipes.
Of course, because that's what we do. Well, listen, Zach, get your fork. I say cheers to Cleveland foods.
Yay.
And let's tuck in. Guys, it's been a great visit in Cleveland. We're going to have some dessert, and I encourage you to come out here on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard and enjoy. Scott, I'm going to throw it back to you.
I'll have to stop by. All right, Judy, thank you so much. In entertainment news today, Steve Harvey has had some time to think about his leaked memo experience. He says he's learned two things from it. First, he realized in his words he cannot write and he should never write. Harvey caught a lot of heat after sending an email to his staff about not approaching him in the makeup chair or ambushing him in the hallway. He compared his request to a parent asking his kids for a few moments alone at the end of a workday. The email was leaked by a blogger. Lots of action in theaters this weekend, starting with The Dark Tower. Idris Elba plays a gunslinger battling Matthew McConaughey. The movie is based on novels by Stephen King. Detroit focuses on a little-known tragedy that rocked that city 50 years ago. John Boyega plays a local security guard trying to keep the peace between police and civilians. And Halle Berry is starring in the drama Kidnap. The Oscar-winning actress plays the mother, desperate to save her abducted son. A new magical title for J.K. Rowling. She's now the world's highest paid author. So far this year, the Harry Potter author has made $95 million. Rowling has topped Forbes' highest paid authors list 3 times since 1999, but it has been a decade since Rowling has been #1 on that list. People love her writing. Anything Harry Potter related? Yeah, her fans will buy it, definitely.
I think she has caused a whole new generation of kids to love reading.
Yeah, and then that's passed on to the next generation.
That's right.
You know? Because the kids who first read her books are now adults, and maybe one day going to have their kids read it too.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
We have some beautiful weather out there. It's a wonderful thing as well. If you're going to get out for Music on Main tonight, say, the weather should cooperate beautifully for that. And over the weekend, I think the beautiful weather will continue. Get out and enjoy.
We will. Thank you, John. Thank you so much for joining us. Our next news at 5 o'clock.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
If you're thinking about replacing your windows, what matters most to you? We found what matters is high performance. Our customers want energy-efficient windows built for Florida weather. Windows that can stand everything from scorching sun to hurricanes. Our customers want windows that reflect their life, their lifestyle. Windows that will last a lifetime. We listen to our customers, and as a result, we're growing. So if you're looking to replace your windows, stop here at New South Windows.
Buy more, save more. Volume discounts on 4 or more windows.